Hello and welcome back to Zone, even though there is no one here at the moment. I'll wait for a couple of people to come on before I actually start this. But if you're watching in the library, welcome. Hello, I have one person here. Hello, one person. Hey, Bok 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 Bok. And hello from Hawaii, Amanda. I don't know what time it is. Are you just finishing dinner? Hello, John Paul Jones. I don't know, cats. Yeah, it occurred to me, you know what the one thing they've never had on the internet before? Cats. So I'm going to do cats. No, they did a nice job on cats here. Try to see if I can get this all straightened out. Thanks, Bostonian. Thanks, Amanda. I'll probably have to go into it a few times, but bottom line was, first I thought I just lost my voice for doing 7 hours of live. Then I thought I had strep throat. Then it turned out I had COVID. But I seem to be fine now. Thank goodness this is my second time around with COVID. The first time they hadn't developed Paxlovid yet, so this was much easier. So thank you all for coming back despite the break. See, the problem with doing stand-up, that the places, if you think of an average comedy club, if you've ever been or if you've ever seen it on TV, thank you, Dazo, or Dazo, or however it's pronounced, G2G, is the environment of a comedy club is the perfect, I call it the COVID motel. It's the perfect place to get COVID if you want to. I didn't want to, I got it anyway. But fortunately, I just tested, and then boing, COVID. So I started right away on Paxlovid, and I seem to be okay by now. And I don't seem to be feeling after effects like I did the first time before there was Paxlovid, so that's good. Thank you, Amanda. I'm just hoping my whole audience didn't abandon me and rush off to watch shows by people who weren't infected by anything. Had a good set on Saturday night, though. Nice club, nice people. It's interesting. I've done shows from New York to the Midwest, and I have a bigger culture clash when I go to New Jersey. Hey, Oklahoma. Can you hear me over the winds rushing down the plain? Well, so let's give it a few extra minutes. Hey, Just Kit Kat. Hey, Guillermo. Good to see you all again. Ah, I missed this. I'm already feeling mostly better. Oh, well, there's 244. So let's get started. lost a quarter. I'll probably present that. I'll probably miss that later, but okay. Thanks, Amanda. This is a coin pusher. This is a new setup. What Gowanus Gaming does is instead of getting like an Avengers machine or whatever they have, they just get these basic models and then they just redress them from time to time. I haven't played, they haven't done this one before. I haven't seen it before, at least. So I'm just going to get started. I think the idea is that the cats are chasing little balls of yarn, even if they're not actually made out of yarn. Hold on. I'm going to try something. They're stacking up in the back again, and I'd like to catch it, get James over and catch it right away if it's going to keep happening again. Oh, there he goes. Good. Exactly. I think that's the whole idea. Cats pushing things off edges. So I'm trying to work out a new schedule. It works for all you guys, but isn't as hard as on me. Basically, I'd like 3 2-hour blocks. It has occurred to me it would be fun to put a kitten in there. Well, a real cat would, chances are a real cat would just curl up and go to sleep. You mean the 50s and the 100s? I have before. No, I am not playing through 1040 today. I'm going to try to limit myself to 2 hours at a time. After what, I might do that again. That was just playing for 7 hours straight was just a one-time thing, and look what happened. Yes, I got to tell you, when I lost my voice, you guys did a great job. Bark, 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 you're up. Hey, Gertrude. Hey, Codemeister, long time, too long. All my fault, sorry. I've been playing for exactly 7 minutes. I put in $25 in quarters, and so far I don't think I've won anything. Well, that's because the club is closed right now. The only people here are James, the security guard, and the cleaning crew. Quantus Gaming is open from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., but they won't let me film when there are other people there, because people get weird having a guy with a camera around when they're, well, 2 reasons. One, they don't necessarily want to be seen gambling. And second, they don't necessarily want to be seen gambling with someone they're not supposed to be seen with. Yeah, rubber bouncy balls. They're supposed to be yarn for the cats to chase, I think. Drop on the right. Your wish is my command. Not sure what money drop 500 means. The reason that, here, I'll show you why the coin put the back. You see this button that says skill stop? When I push it, it stops the moving plate so that I can aim. All American machines have that. Well, is it cool in here? I mean, is it nifty? Well, this is kind of an unusual place because in New York City, we don't build out, we build up. So you're used to thinking of gaming places as having these big halls, whereas here they sort of have separate rooms for things, like there's a slot machine room, and there's a roulette room, and there's a coin pusher room. Now, as you may have noticed, coin pushers are the most highly respected form of gambling, unfortunately. So we're lucky to have a room to our own. Room to ourselves, rather. And I don't know what money drop equals a numeral, a number of money means. I can only put in 1 quarter at a time. I can put them in as fast as I can, but that's about it. $25, 100 quarters. No, you're not thinking right. This is a private club. And the private club has a room where there are only coin pusher machines. It also has a room where there are only slot machines. It has a room where there are only, monsters from outer space. I don't know. Oh, I did get a $5 chip. So I'm still down, but I'm down 20. Pretty much, because it's sort of like it's not like one big hall. It's like a brownstone. It's upstairs. I will drop on the middle as requested. Well, Chuck E. Cheese and Dave and Buster's aren't really gambling. Usually where you'll find them, even in states where it's illegal, is in laundromats and small supermarkets. I mean, convenience stores, basically. Oh, I just want to say, turned out that when I was so woozy, no, they're just little rubber balls. I haven't been alive in a bit. I had COVID. That when I was so woozy, I went home and left the camera on and running. People got upset and they started calling around and they tried to reach me. But I had gotten home, turned my phone off, turned my computer off, and just crashed. This is the second time I've had COVID. The first time was before Paxlovid, though. Second time, well, Paxlovid gives you a funny taste in the mouth, but it's a heck of a lot easier. Than when there wasn't Paxlovid, I gotta tell you. I didn't lose the taste the first time either, but I had muscle weakness that lasted for months. I'm hoping to avoid that. I don't feel it now. Well, it's nice that you can't say your roommate never gave you anything. Problem is, I do stand-up, as you know. And the places where you do stand-up comedy, thank you, Ryan. Places where you do stand-up comedy are like the absolute perfect breeding ground. Hundreds at least of strangers. When someone says, how much money have I spent on this, I never know what they mean. So far, I'm into this machine for $25, and I've won 20 back so far, but I'm about to do another clean out. I mean, I've won 5 back so far. Oh, I'm doing well. Okay. Okay, I got a 10 and 2 5s. That brings me up to 25, so I'm even now. Hey, clown. No insult intended, that's just the name you have up here. Let me just get rid of these little rubber balls. Look, I'm not going to criticize anybody who wants to put on a show and whatever they want to do, but I will say this. If you had $1 million, would you risk it on a coin pusher or put it into real estate or something? Just think about it. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. Well, Skipper, I take it you lived. Thank you, Bob. They're little tiny rubber balls. The idea was, if you see there's still some cats left there, the idea is that the cats are chasing the balls. I have broken even so far this morning. I've only been playing for 20 minutes. Oh, home machines can be fun. There's no question about it. I just don't happen to be playing on one. Certainly, bak bak baka. Is that better? Hello, Carmel. Hello, dc.et.1370. about 2 inches back to the left. You mean the camera? Hi, Mark from England. Okay, good. There's a wristwatch hiding under there. I don't know if you can see it under the shadow of that 100 or the 50 or whatever it is. Thank you for shaking the machine. Just don't set off the tilt alarm. Rivlasa, I really wouldn't count on that. You have up times, you have down times, and your landlord's always going to want the rent on the first. No, the prices aren't that heavy. Well, I think the way they have it set up, and it's perfectly reasonable, they make it fairly easy to win that first $25 back. But they expect you to put all the money back in going after the larger bills, which are not so easy. And since that's exactly what I do, I can't blame them. As long as I come out of it, my goal, as long as I come out of it with a profit, that's good. Okay, clean out time. Hi, kitty. And 2 more 5 tips, which puts me at 35. So I'm 10 up. Got a good quarter return too. Where was I? I don't know. Well, they like to make they usually have 2 goals. One is just to make the game a little more fun. And so even if you don't win any money, you can feel like you won something. You can take the little cats or whatever home with you if you want to. I don't usually. Hey, Bliss. I don't always play the same machine. But also, because this is Gowanus Gaming and it's in an arts community, instead of like buying an Avengers machine or a Harry Potter machine or anything like that, they buy very basic machines, and then they have local artists come in and decorate them. So what's a the Martian machine one week could be a cat machine the next week. It's part of what makes it fun. This is a cat machine. Here, I'll show you. I've come in. See all the cats? There were a lot more cats on it before I started knocking them off. You know, I gotta say it's a little satisfying to knock cats off the edge of something for a change. Thank you, Tammy. It's so nice to get to say this. After this, what seems like a ridiculous amount of time. Tammy, if you could subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. In fact, if anybody could subscribe who hasn't yet, I would greatly appreciate it. Bo Swindle, I have no idea why you in particular are addicted to the machine. I find the sound soothing. Why are people addicted to football or baseball or anything? I don't know. I would love to see everything fall. I'm not sure what "do they ever win" means. It's tricky. It's very tricky to get the bills to fall because they have to be pretty much, they have to be upright to fall. Still working on what exactly we're doing for members' videos. Partly it's my own fault because I'm not crazy about the idea about stuff that's, I mean, I'm still trying to build subscriptions. Should I be charging for memberships on top of that? Doesn't seem, well, frankly, doesn't seem very nice. So, but it's 99 cents a month, and I'm hoping we can come up with something that's worth the 99 cents a month. Well, the play of this game is determined mostly by fluid dynamics. Oh, thank you, Bosworth. Or whatever. Yeah, Bo Swindle. But see, a subscription is worth a lot to me. Well, just because they're in there doesn't mean I can get them off. That's something I've had to learn a lot over the years. Sometimes they do really well. Sometimes I'm $5, $10, $20 ahead. Sometimes I lose. Plus, remember, this is a private club, so I do pay monthly dues here. And do I win enough to cover my monthly dues? Even $10? That's, I think I'm up to $40 now. In my entire, I think I first played one when I was 8, but I've been doing other things with my life since then. Push the right side where the C note is buried. Well, the problem, here, I'll show you what the problem is. At the front, here, I'll show you. The right side only goes out to a certain amount. I can only drop quarters to certain places. And then this stuff all winds up going this way. And this, I have no way to reach around the corner. Okay, somebody said middle. I'll try the middle. The most I've ever won is $25,000, which sounds like a heck of a lot of money. But you have to remember I had a high buy-in on that one. Plus the membership dues, plus all the times I've lost. You can't just, if you just count the wins, it looks extraordinary. But if you balance it against the losses, how much they actually profit? Not that much. You're hoping for the zebra. You mean these kitties here that are zebra stripes? I'm going to put coins all the way across and see what happens. Those are little rubber balls. The idea was that they're supposed to represent balls of twine or whatever that cats like to chase. Because this is cats in a cats and balls thing. I'm going to try on the right here. But dang hero, 5 years to play? Not sure what you mean. Well, I've already won back 40. How much money did I drop so far? $25. Remember, the coins do come through. See, the ones that drop off the front, I get to reuse. Okay. Got nothing that time, but an okay number of quarters. I may have to buy in more quarters. I will hit what if I play on the left side? Just this machine. As the people here will tell you, there's a Star Trek machine, there's a Coney Island machine. It's not set up right now. There's a B machine. I want to see you want to see the bills fall. I want to see the bills fall. A big push right there. Right where? Right where? Problem is, I can't have sugar. And so that sort of lets out Nutella. Starting to fall. Well, then the 50 is floating. There's a skill stop switch that I can stop the going back and forth so I can aim better. That's true on most American machines. Hold on, I'm gonna grab some iced tea. This Paxlovid really tastes terrible. I wish I could see exactly what was floating, what's holding the 50 in the air. Oh, that a $5 chip, that's $45. You know, these days washers actually cost just about the same. A quarter does. You don't save that much by using washers. Something's buried under the 50 that's keeping it up in the air. Question is there something is it something I can knock down, or what is it? Just a bunch of quarters? Yeah, it's probably a kitty. Yeah, blame the kitties. It's always blame the kitties. mean over here, the $10 chip? I could give it a try. I'm going to try and do just a line across the whole back. See what that does. Sometimes that's very effective. Well, there. Just to be clear, there is a tilt sensor. That will set off an alarm and turn off the machine. I definitely need $25 more in quarters. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm back to down 5. But I do need another 25 quarters, so I'll be right back. Guys, I think we can live with that freelancer. Look. The number one goal of this channel is a lot of negativity in the world out there. A lot of strife, a lot of people getting angry at each other, or things they can't really do anything about, or they're thousands of miles away, or just they're getting angry at people nearby for no reason except they were told. I don't know. Bottom line is, let this be one place in which we don't pick on each other, we don't express anger, we just enjoy watching this game and chilling out. You mean, do they play other Kiwanis gaming? Sure, a lot of them, mostly when it's open, unlike me. But also, they'd really rather not have a guy with a camera wandering around. Hey, Lindsay. I'm very glad to be a beast. Correct. Quarters on top of other quarters is not necessarily bad. It gives you a much stronger push, especially for the other quarters that are on top of other quarters. See? I don't know what the question, how long does it take to fall by 50 means. To some extent, there's a slider that lets you move it back and forth, but they don't always drop where you put them, and they bounce and roll. I would love to clean out this right side. It's just that it's very hard to hit this either side because the back is a rectangle and the front is a triangle. And you see these parts that lay out in this direction? They don't have a way to direct push. Naki Sasa. Tradition demands that if you have been here an hour, you need to subscribe. Thank you, Jack. I will try the right side. Maze, maze, I will try the right side. When you say the 10 chip, you need to specify left side, right side. My biggest, in one sense, my biggest win was $25,000. That's what I was handed after I played a game. However, you have to remember how much I lost before I won that $25,000. You have to subtract my members' dues. So how much did I really win? I'm happy in the moment, but I spent a lot of money trying to get to the 25,000. In fact, what I'm going to do, I think, is start saving up the money I win. For one of the bigger buy-in games that have towers and such. Well, they're not exactly overflow tanks. There goes back to the house. Also, I don't get to take home any quarters I win. I only get to keep the prize leads. I would assume that I don't know. The game is called Coin Pusher. I would assume wherever you are in the world, if you can get on the internet, then the best way to buy one is to simply type in Coin Pusher under Google. And shopping, or Coin Pusher Marketplace, or whatever you want, whatever the equivalent is where you are. Oh, right, the watch. That's what's under the 15. It's the watch. I know I haven't gotten the watch down yet. No one is watching a mirror image. If you are, then it's something wrong with your device. I'm always happy to put coins in the middle. Let's see what happens. I prefer the super ace. I'm curious about the player's patience. I don't understand. Ah, yes, I see the watch is sticking out now. Hey, nothing that happens on here will do anything without some luck. Oh, I see the 50 is starting to climb though. That is a good sign. In this 50. It's not how it works, Jen. I kind of feel like we've explained this before. The moment I'm done with this machine, they will reset it to exactly as it was at the beginning. New York law is that the chances of winning have to be the same for every player. Right now, I am down $5. I would love to get one of those. Ooh, that'll help. That's funny because I was up from Wednesday. I don't know who you were looking at, but I was out from Wednesday to Friday with COVID. So I wasn't playing. I get to move a slider that lets me direct to some extent where the coins land. There's a whole lot of luck in it. More on the right side. You got it. The ones that say 10 on them are 10. Thank you, Roddy. Oh, new rule for Danger Zone. You're all absolutely free to call me brilliant as often as you'd like. Which one is Senor Kitty? Not 100%. Problem is, if you send me a whole chunk of directions, it slides out of the way faster than I can read it. Black and white, one left corner. No idea what that means. But I'll go for the left corner part. That's as far to the left as I can drop, by the way, and just hope it rolls. Stop it at the back and load, load, load. You mean stop it here? They're just random prizes to keep for fun. Anyway, I'm not going to drop quarters directly on quarters. I'm not 100% certain how to answer the question. If there's something I want to target, I'll play on that side of the machine. For example, there's a 20. That green is a 20. Well, the problem is, I would love to, but you'll notice it comes down straight and then it goes off to the right, and I just can't reach the right. Right now, I can still reach where the left is. The bills are hard to get. Oh, there's no question about that. I've seen me win the bills, if you'll take my word for it. Well, people tend to pop on and then pop off. Not everyone stays for the whole hour. So I don't really know how many viewers I get until I count up at the end. Okay, that's very good on the left. No, even if you click like and you're not sincere about it, I'm fine with that. Right now, I'm just trying to get ahead by getting one of those 10s off, and then I'll think about the bills. I don't understand how to answer the question, how much was the black chip? Subscribing is free. Monthly memberships are 99 cents and $44.99. However, at the moment, you don't need anything extra for the $4.99, so I wouldn't advise spending $4.99. Look, the bottom line is, if I'm going to ask you to pay another 99 cents a month, I feel I need to provide something that's worth an extra 99 cents a month and not 1 penny more. Well, you don't even know how much the membership is. I did. Tired of it all. Turned out I had frickin' COVID. One of the big risks of being in the comedy world, stand-up comedy world, is the kind of clubs you play. Like breeding grounds for COVID. Yeah, there's Paxlovid now. This is my second time around with COVID. The first time was far, far worse. Hey, Butch. You finally rolled out of bed, did you, Butch? I am vaxxed to the wazoo. I am vaccinated against disease they haven't even discovered yet. Oh, that 10 is getting close. Oh, this 10 may be here. We just got a 10 down. Sorry. It was off camera to the left a little bit. And it's time to clean out anyway. Okay. Okay, I didn't even see it go down. Two 20s and a 10. That's $50 right there. Plus the 20 we already have. That's $70. Minus 25. Someone's waiting for a cat to come down. Here is a cat. So 25 from 70 is 45. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we're going to concentrate on the right a bit more. How was that to really go? I did, but Jason, but the way I count it, maybe this is the wrong, I don't know. I bought them with chip side 1 with the original 25. So let's say I put in 25 of 150, and then I bought 25 more quarters with the chips from that 50. Well, that's still 25 of my own cash in. I cannot use nickels. So if you see what I mean. So if I count up again from the remaining chips, I only have to subtract the original 20. Or the way Bok put it, which makes more sense. Yes, in fact, the cat puts up all the money. See, I don't agree that putting quarters on top of quarters is a bad idea because many of the quarters on top of quarter things just gives you a bigger push. Like that. Hello, Jose. Yes, those cats are real. Those are real cats. They shrunk them down, put them to, shrunk them down, gave them a sedative, and sprayed them with shellac. I have gotten the cash in the past. I hope to in the future. That is correct. The cash is not, that is prop money. You notice it also has GG stamped on it in orange. You exchange it for real cash at the cashier, just like a chip. They started stamping them with the orange GG because too many people were forgetting and going out and then trying to spend them, and then the stores would wind up calling the cops because it was counterfeiting, and it was just a waste of everybody's time. $3.5 coin. How am I supposed to put in 3.5 coins? Funny how they look like mostly special coins. They're quarters. Okay. Doesn't matter, I can't take the quarters home anyway. The thing about finding silver quarters and stuff is they find them in big batches by just weighing them. There's a weight difference. They don't really make it back into circulation anymore. I can't play quarters I bring in either. I get the quarters here, then I play with them here, and then I win back in prizes. You have to have some way of making money. I will run one line of quarters. I'm always in favor. I play just hoping I'll get my money back. See, this may take a while, but that 100 is crawling up. Kathy Clark, yes, it is addictive. And I think what you need to do right now is succumb to that addiction by subscribing to this channel so that you will never miss any of our broadcasts. The only color I see is green. I really like that you guys are liking it. I don't do this so they'll hate it. You'll hate it. You can't really tell a stand-up joke in sort of a all by itself. It needs to be part of a routine. Which is my polite way of saying, you want to hear me do stand-up? You got to pay for it. Buy a ticket. Petition your local comedy club. To bring me in as a feature. I do. In the pre-COVID days, I used to tour the Midwest, like Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, that kind of place, a lot, every summer. But then COVID hit, and I do one set in New Jersey, and I'm down for a week. So they can watch me do my coin pusher tricks. Are you asking if I'm cute? In New Brunswick. Well, my wife of 30 years thinks I'm cute. Why do you ask? I have not been to the Funny Bone in Ohio. It would be fun if there were tournaments like pro bowling or something. I do not know Patrice. I've been thrown out of bars for winning too much on their coin pusher and said, John, you got to understand, we got nothing against you, but this game is for drunk people. You are watching it, and it is a sport. A wooden leg with a real foot is, what's his name? A Stephen Wright joke. Well, if you don't mind clicking that subscribe button and the like button on your way out, I'd really appreciate it. Nike? I suppose I'm close to wearing out a set of I'd love to see the commercial for Nike stay in one place sneakers. OC basketball, let's keep this a nice place, shall we? Somebody must have had something good to happen to them. Somebody tell me something good. Hello, Zambia. Blueberries are delicious. Everyone writes their, well, I suppose if you get really big, they have writers for you, but the tricky thing about, tricky thing about being a stand-up is, yeah, you do have to write your own material. Here's a cat. If I write 10 really solid new jokes in a month, that's a lot, actually. Because that's like 5, 6, 7 minutes. Can I make my money back in stand-up? Whoever said it was right, it was the watch. Remember, the drains on the left and the right are still eating the quarters, so I could still go into deficit here, but I'm profit right now. I don't know, because the 50 is blocked by the other 50, by the 100 over here, and this 100 is weighted down by the watch, so we'll just have to see. No, you can't snake quarters together, tape quarters together and snake them in. Why would you want to? And wouldn't it be pretty obvious? It wouldn't push very well. How about just play fairly and consistently until you hopefully win? You know, what really worries me is I ask you guys to tell me one nice thing that's happened to you recently, and nobody answers. Is really nothing nice happened to anybody? Those are rubber balls. The idea was that they're kind of like the balls of yarn that a cat might chase. That sounds like great fun, the pizza sandwich. Well, that is a great thing. You know, it's even greater subscribing to this channel. Well, I'm sorry I missed it. Cool, what are you going to do with the money? Okay, I don't want it to come to sounding the wrong way, but what was in particular was good about Easter? I mean, I get the whole Jesus coming back thing was probably pretty good, but anything in particular? You had dinner with your friends. I want cake too. You want 1,000 pounds on online slots? Cool. Whoever was talking about your arms being full at Walmart, it zipped by too fast. Do you say your sister's pregnant? You're going to be a dad? Are you from Alabama? You're going to be a grandpa again. Congratulations. How many grandkids do you have now? Did you find out who the mother is? Somewhere in this whole mess, I got a 10 down. I don't know when, I don't know where. I'll take it. You didn't tell us which one was Senior Kitty. There's a lot of kitties out there. Oh yes, I see it's gone now. Thank you. How come everyone knows who Senior Kitty is but me? Is he a spy? Is he a little spy kitty? Has he been sent to spy on me while I play? To learn all my secrets? Can we get this 100 high enough up to fall down? That's the question. Well, I don't know if it'll be a girl. I'm pretty certain it'll be little. Well, let's see about the 100. Now, a friend of mine was having his 5th kid, and he'd had 4 girls, and they said, "Are you hoping for a boy?" And he said, "With all the changes that have been going on in my life lately, I suppose a boy would be nice, but the thing is, I know how to raise girls. I've raised 4 of them." So if we have another girl, I can say to myself, well, at least this I can handle. Okay. I have enough to keep pushing at that 100 for now. Starting to run low. I have one son who's nonverbal autistic. What's a blessing is that he is having a very happy life. What few words he has, he uses very effectively. He would say to his mother, he would say, "Go upstairs," and she would say, "Aaron, do you want me to go upstairs so you can do something wrong?" He said, "Yes, do something wrong." Let me run down an average week for him. He does I'm almost at 2 hours. He does 2 hours a week of obstacle course training. It's called, we're getting close on this one, but it might slide wrong. Nothing. Okay. Okay. I have no choice. I need another 25 quarters. $30 and get 5 back. And let me get my 25 quarters. Let's see. So, like I was saying, on is 2 hours of what they call ninja obstacle course. Yes. An hour of yoga on a level I did not know existed, where you have to actively be strapped. Oh, it slid. Well, it's still in a better position than it was. Yoga forget whether that's once or twice a week. He does Tai Chi. He was able to actually ask for Tai Chi, which is good, which he absolutely loves. He is an excellent mimic. If you do a physical action in front of him, then he can do it. So he's learning Tai Chi at a ridiculous rate. We do a lot of swimming now that it's swimming weather. Yes, that's sort of the whole point of getting to keep the money that you win. Assuming you can win it, of course. Oh, congratulations on your son getting married. Did he marry anyone he knows? Well, yes and no. It's spinning around because of that quarter that's on the right side, but it'll shake that pretty easily. On the other hand, we have the 150 on the right side also climbing. Good idea, Butch. Well, see, I see what you mean about the right side, but I'm also tempted because that 100 is out there by itself with nothing clogging it and getting in its way. So I think I'm just going to play across the whole board. See what happens. You don't see it all wet. All tilting will set off the tilt sensor. You want me to move? Does everyone want me to move the camera back, or up higher, or what is it they want? I stop it when I want to stop it. I will zoom out so you can see the whole board, but you may have to put up with seeing my arm from time to time, okay? Is the camera good? Perfect. Okay. $25. I have spent $25. And I'm still a little ahead. This machine is wrong, morally wrong, existentially wrong, philosophically wrong, mathematically wrong. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, Rob. Yeah, I knew it would fall down. I will happily win any 100 I can. I promise you that. I also get the watch down, come to think of it. I'm fine with people telling me to win the 100. They're just rooting me on. They're not giving me advice. They're saying, like, go, 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 go. Can I explain the thing again? The tilting thing. You can't tilt. It'll set off an alarm. What's there to explain? I'm going to try putting it on the right. You know, with the playing, I can't follow more than half of what you all are talking about, but as long as you're having a good time and getting along, that's the important thing. Okay, the 100 is turning. Or was turning. Avoiding work, the great American pastime. It doesn't stop that fast. You can't just sort of stop it and have a whole bunch of them fall off. I've tried. How much cash have I put in? $25. Because remember, the quarters come back. Not all of them, not all the time, but they come back. Oh no, I never had a voice that let me sing you a song. Hey, I've worked hard to get these subscriptions. I'm not going to get everybody running away trying to listen to me sing. I don't know what you're asking me to do. Okay, 11 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These 100s is going to fall back again. But I got to keep trying. I am back on regular schedule. I'm not playing through. I'm trying to figure out what the best regular schedule is, though. I'm open to suggestions. I never drove a taxi. Why? I don't know what taxi voice is exactly, but okay. If I sound like I'm from New York, that's not surprising. I'm from New York. That's not how it works. Folks, at this point, I'm open to suggestions. I might as well try to write just to see what happens at this point. Enough time futzing around with the same 100. What works? I'm into this machine for 25, and that's not changing anytime soon. I'm actually a little ahead on that, so. Yes, we know it's tilted backwards. It's part of the thing. I don't know which one was Senior Cat. $25. I bought quarters 2 other times for $25 each, but I used the money I'd won, so chips I'd won. So that's not how I count it, but. I don't know if it'll never drop. Never is a long time. But I am a little bit ahead. So I'm probably not going to buy any more quarters after this bunch, but I'm doing okay on it. What is the right way you want me to do it? Well, that was good. The reality is neither one of them are great targets, but the 100 I think is slightly better. But I am going to come at it from the right side. Oops, sorry, moving the camera. Okay, JG, please stop repeating the same thing over and over. See, I would love to try the corners, but the quarters that drop won't reach the corners. Watch. $25. Why would I want to push stuff to the right? It's all clogged up over there. I think I'm ahead like 15. I don't remember. Let's see if I can get some of the quarters cleaned out from underneath the 100 over here. That was good. Can we time out JG, please? Go right, then left, then center. Why? Right. That's as right as it gets. Then left. Not sure what that accomplished. You mean the ones that get eaten by the side, they go back to the house? I really think if I can get the quarters cleaned out from underneath this 100, I have a good shot, but we'll see. It's coming up on 6 o'clock right here. And listen seriously, guys. I was getting in a good flow of subscriptions before my COVID, and I just don't want that to stop. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you did. Did someone say doing laundry can be dangerous? Yeah, I could have used that advice a week ago. But anyway, yeah. Any help you can give me sharing this Even if it means letting your friends know you're a coin pusher freak. Well, it's lovely to see you, Google L, and be sure and subscribe on your way out. Okay, guys, this is the last drop. James wants to have breakfast with me. We haven't seen each other in a week. Okay, so they can't all be the greatest hits, guys. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for the subscriptions, whatever they are. I got 20, 30, 45, minus 25, so I got 20. 1 of 20 ahead. That's something. Let's see what I can do on the Starfleet Command machine at 8:30. So I'll see you then while I'm still sort of working out the schedule. I don't know what camera back means. Thank you all for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please subscribe on your way out. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to come back at 8:30 New York time for the Starfleet Command machine, which is always a lot of fun, love to see you then. In the meantime, I'm going to have breakfast. First real breakfast I've had in quite a while. Talk to you later. Bye.